And welcome back for game number 25 from the New Zealand Interzone Underwater Hockey Championships. We've got the Women's Central A team in white against the Women's Southern A team in black. And the teams have gone. Oh no, I've got two different team sheets, but no, it is Women's Central A versus Southern, and we're seeing a strong drive here by Central A, but good defence from the Southern A team, taking it back to the wall and driving back into the centre of the pool. And just holding there as the players organise themselves for that wall, but refs are calling, and it is advantage to the Southern team. So Central A pushed back, and I see Southern subs coming in there to take that. And good pick up there by Southern, driving through strongly to their end. But the defence from Central A turning them around. But Southern come again and driven into that far wall and just holding there as the central defence comes in and driving back along the wall there, Central, but stopped by Southern. And we see Central taking it off the wall, and Southern, big drive into the top of the goal there, and stopped by Central A. And Central A, big flick out there to the safety at the side, but the refs have called an advantage to Southern. So Central A back on their wall in defence, and we'll see those Southern players seem to be keen to attack the centre of the goal. What will their tactics be here? Straight in on the centre of that goal circle and picked up by the Central A team and driven out to the wall. Southern looking to try and get it back, but Central A getting strong drive down to the centre of the pool. And now Southern bring it back, and again working really hard through that central zone, just not quite having support players down there to pass to, so Central able to push it back on the wall and Southern not able to bring it off into their attack zone. And Central push back along the wall, stopped by Southern though, so good competition in here, but Central keeping it on the wall. Southern now looking to bring it out towards the centre, but picked up by the Central defenders, and the referees picking up an infringement there and pushing the Central A team back, advantage to Southern. And so the Southern team driving forward but not managing to get in front of that goal. Central keeping it out towards the back wall and now trying to drive it back. And refs have got the Central A team for breaking. So the Central A team on that advantage puck, they can't come in front of those referees until the puck's been touched. So now seeing those Central players just lining up in defence, a couple of good pushes there from Southern, but the defence is there, and defensive players for Central A just cycling around and making sure they're in position, holding on the wall there. Southern play can see there, waiting just in that channel, looking to be able to pick it up, but Central's keeping numbers behind the puck there and driving it back into the centre of the pool. And we've got Central players here really going on a big runaway here now. Southern looking to come in defence, but not able to stop that push. Really strong drive there. And that's gone to number 9 for the Central A team, Claire George. Just doing massive drive there, and there's great support. So you can see that the players working well together to support each other and not give the Southern team the chance to get in and defend. Team timeout has been called, so got a minute now just for the players to reset. Okay, and we're ready to go again. And teams heading in for the strike, and strong strike there from Southern. Managed 2 players there taking the puck forward and getting it out to the wall, but not managing to keep that momentum going. Now another big push from Southern there, but Central A pouncing on that puck as soon as it came free. And now refs have picked up infringement for a bit of barging there from the Central A team. So they'll fall back and we see the advantage puck formation for the Southern team. And big flick forward there, but picked up by Central and unable to keep control of it. Southern taking that puck now and driving it back down into the court, and Central players coming in trying to clear it, but Southern coming back at them again and pushing strongly into the goal circle, but Central A lining up and pushing them back along that back wall. Huge amount of effort going in from players there. Southern really wanting to get that puck back into the goal circle, and referees have called equal puck there. Must have left the playing zone, and players head down there, and Southern get the better of that equal puck, but defended well by Central B back into that corner there. So now Southern looking to drive it along the back wall back to the goal zone, but Central players there in defence and now looking to drive strongly down the wall. Southern players holding there, and looks like we have gone out of the playing territory, so equal puck, but a team timeout's been called. So we've got 6.5 minutes to go in this half. Second team timeout called, and I think the Central A team will really be wanting just to work hard on keeping that possession when they're on defence. All right, equal puck, so all the players lining up to see who can get possession and get that body position low and drive on the puck. Central A getting that initial touch on the puck and driving it onto the wall. Unable to get immediate momentum going there though. It's a good defence from Southern, but now they break through, comes out wide, and good battle there through the centre of the court. Great skills from these players. Get possession and tackles going for possession. Central A now driving strongly down the court, making the passes, but Southern getting there in defence, looking to try and take it out and managing to get it back out of that danger zone onto the wall. And infringement here, and Central A being pushed back, and opportunity here for Southern to clear and reset down to through that central zone of the pool, and flick forward from Southern, but picked up by the Central A team, and they drive it back. Southern trying to get it back out to the safety of the wall and back into that corner, passing it forward and starting to drive it on the wall, but Central A players getting down and blocking that move. And now Central A looking to try and bring it back into the centre, but Southern defence keeping it back to the wall. Southern now looking to drive it back, but Central trying to tackle that, but not being successful. But now we see Central with the puck passing forward. See players pretty evenly matched on the wall here. And Central looking to drive forward now, just so get that momentum. But the refs have picked up an infringement, driving the Central A team back again. And here we have the Central team taking that puck, but not successful, and Southern drive it forward, heading back into danger zone, but on the wall. And see the positioning of the Central players looking to try and pick it up. And looks like it's gone out of the playing zone again. No, that was an advantage puck to the Southern team, and making some good progress down the pool for Southern, but Central A countering that attack, and again very quick to drive back down the pool. Southern managing to halt that drive, but allows the time for the Central A players to get there and go again. And just as Central A look to turn the puck into the centre, there's an infringement, and back they go into the centre of the pool. And another chance for Southern to drive back into the other side of the pool. And here we see Southern, big flick forward there, picked up by their player, but then Central A picking it up, not able to hold it there, and possession back in the hands of the Southern team. And they're keeping it through the centre of the pool there. Defence for Central A, holding strong, getting it back out onto the wall. And again, Play resetting on the wall there. Southern looking to keep moving, but Central A look to have this now, driving along the wall into the centre zone. You can see Southern trying to take it off the wall, get that position back. Big battle in there, but Central A get control of the puck. Big flick forward, connect with the player there, but very tight battle in there. But this time it's an infringement by Southern, and so they pushed back. And we see the Central players, two forwards there, down ready to take that flick. Flick comes out the side of the goal bin, and strong defence from the Southern team as they bring it back into the corner. And we'll watch those Central players now look to reset and bring it out. Southern driving along that back wall, side wall, and Central look to take it off the wall and get penalised. There's 30 seconds left in this first half, and Central up 1-0, and the advantage here with the Southern team as the players go down and driving forward, getting into the centre of the pool there, and Central A players picking it up, driving back across the pool to the wall, keeping possession, and then Southern tackle and look to drive it back, but we're at half time. So very evenly matched game we've seen between these two teams. The Central A team up 1-0 at half time over the women's Southern A team, and very evenly matched. Quite a lot of penalties with advantage pucks going either way, and no team able to get a really clear dominance. The goal to the Central A team came from really strong drive down the pole, almost the length of the pole, and able to have numbers there, and Southern players just couldn't get back in defence. And apart from that, it's been a really tight game, both teams having time down with the potential to be able to attack the goal bin, but the defence standing strong for both teams and keeping it on the wall. Okay, so refs heading back into the court there, and we're 10 seconds away from the second half starting. So it'll be fascinating to see how things go. We've got Women's Central A 1-0 up on Women's Southern A. And off they go. Let's see how this tries. Southern players, great body position there. But Central follow up and again back into this tight tussle in the centre of the court. And things looks like the Central team looking to push through here, but Southern not giving anything away. And then Central just take it off the wall there, but Southern covering that well, and ref's call, and the Southern team get an advantage there. And we see the Central players back in that defensive position, and Southern looking to try and make some progress here, but getting it on the wall, and Southern still pushing up. But the Central A players stopping play and getting pushed back for a bit of barging there. So let's see, another reset here. And Southern driving it out wide and making good progress there. And Central defence bringing it onto the wall, holding it there, waiting for the reset. And into the corner it goes. So just holding there in the corner. And Southern will look to try and bring that wide. And Central with possession, but not able to clear down the wall yet. Another good push from Central. Southern driving it back. Now coming off the wall, and big flick there from Central, trying to clear out of this zone, but Southern pick it up, drive it back. Central now pushing up, and Southern come in. Unable to connect though, and so Central hold it back on the wall. And ref call there. And gloving there against the Central A team, and Central A back in defence. Southern taking that puck, but Central quickly off, and get that onto the wall and starting to drive back. Holding there now, and Central getting those legs pumping, but Southern attacking back on the wall. So both these teams really strong on the wall and just looking for a chink in play, just that little gap to get through. And there we see the Central team managing to get that momentum going, really pushing hard, and they come back into their danger zone right in front of the goal bin there and backing up beautifully, and into the bin it goes. And the goal has been awarded to number 7, and that's Sean Van Dyke. And just a good sign there of just how lethal team is when they can get it off the wall here. So the competition has been fierce on the wall, and players not able to make a great deal of progress. But as soon as there's any momentum builds up, those Central A team absolutely pouncing. So here we have pretty even off the strike there, with Central now having that momentum. And again, big drive there from the Central A team, but well defended by Southern and taking it back onto the wall. And we see again that real battle there, and again, bit of a push coming from Central A, getting their players moving, getting a bit of momentum, but Southern now picking it up. Big flick from Central A to try and keep possession, and they get the advantage puck here. And so Southern pushed back, an opportunity for Central here. Interesting to see whether they go wide. Yes, they do. Bring it wide, trying to come around the outside of those Southern players, but Southern picking it up well, but Central forwards there in good position, and lots of bodies there from the Central A team and backing up. They're a great team effort to get in position and get that goal, which was scored by number 12. Don't have a number 12. Not sure who scored that. But Central A now 3-0 up, so momentum has really turned in this game, and team timeout has been called. So now a minute for teams to reset. So Southern team will be really looking to have just a pause in that momentum that the Central A teams managed to get. See two relatively quick goals scored in this half, and just showing how strong they are through the centre of the pool and their ability to get numbers down in that goal circle. So 9 minutes remaining in the second half. Central head 3-0 over the Southern A team, and great work here by the Central team, picking up that puck and driving it forward off a strike. But Southern coming back on that wall and just holding it there. Central looking to try and get numbers in there and get momentum going. But somewhere in there, the Central A team has infringed, so the Southern team get advantage puck and can push forward here. And driving forward there, number 12, Nicole Lockie, looking to push that through, and the Central A team coming back strongly there, but no easy way through. Southern defend that, push it back, and see the Southern team now making progress down the pool. So I see battle happening there on the wall. Southern team looking to find the opportunity to bring it off, and the Central A team just defending, looking for space to start driving it back. And there we see legs pumping from a Central player as they drive it back. But Southern coming off, Central defence there, pushing hard, trying to get it down the pole, and here they come. Central on attack along the wall, and Southern players unable to get in front of that and just managed to stop it just in our blind spot. But Central players coming again, but Southern defending well, flicking it back into the centre, but both teams working really hard through the centre of the court, and Southern defending it back into the centre zone. And another ref call here, stick infringement against the Southern team. So the Central A team will look to get in position and drive it forward now. See, big flick out to the centre, and driving right across the pool here, stretching out that southern defence, but locked up on the wall. Southern now getting in position to defend, push back. Central player there missing the puck, and Southern player getting in there, going wide now and managing to protect that puck and keep control, but good move there from Southern, but ultimately picked up by the Central A team and held on the wall. Southern looking to take it off the wall again. And connected well there. Passed out to number 5, Mackenzie Bjork, and forcing the Central A team to defend here, but Central A coming back. They're into the centre of the pool. Good control of the puck there and passing it forward. But referee's calling a stick infringement there against the Central A team. So opportunity here again for the Southern A team to get some momentum going here in the middle of the pool. So flick forward there, but picked up by Central A, but Southern still has possession and driving it back through the centre of the pool. And these central defence just pushing that puck back into the wall. Picked up again by the Southern A and just waiting for reinforcements there and seeing if they could get the opportunity to get it off the wall. Central A holding it firm there. Strong defence. Again, holding it in the corner there, but they can't hold it in there indefinitely. They have to rotate off it. And lots of those Central A defenders down there. And puck is firmly in that corner. Now they bring it back out again. And Central battling it out there, trying to keep control of the puck. And stick infringement there from the Southern team. So opportunity here for Central A to take an advantage puck here, see what they can do with it. But we've got a timeout called, team timeout. Got 3 minutes remaining in this game, and Central A up 3-0 over the Southern A team. It's been a pretty intense game, and can really see that the skills on the wall of both these teams is fairly evenly matched. It's all about getting it off the wall and getting in front of that goal zone, and Central A have been much more successful at doing that and using their speed to just get in front of the Southern team to score those goals. So play about to restart here. Advantage with the Central team. You can see their forwards getting in position there in front of the puck and going wide, and big flick forward there from the Central team, keeping momentum going up the wall. Southern coming in there attempting to slow that down and taking it off the wall, Southern, and turning, taking it wide, but Central able to get the puck but not keep it. Southern coming back in and driving down, looking to get into that danger zone, scoring territory for them. Play just stalling there on the wall as they rotate around. Southern trying to bring it off. Here we go. Southern again. Good drive towards the goal bin, but stopped by the Central A defenders. And plenty of covering defence there for the Central team. So Central team getting it back on the wall here, and refs calling and driving the advantaged puck to the Southern team. So Central A back in defence. Southern go down, taking it wide to the top of the goal circle there, and Central A defending strongly. 2 minutes left in this game, and another advantage to the Southern team. Strong defence though from Central A, so big flick there from the Southern team, and refs have called there's refs having a chat here. Just wondering about that flick, I suspect. So chat here amongst refs, and just see what that call is going to be. It's a headshot, and it's advantage to the Central A team. So you can see a big flick went in there from the Southern team trying to get into that goal circle, and obviously has been a dangerous place. So now Central A team getting out to the wall in the centre of the pool. Both teams now looking to resume this battle on the wall that they've had throughout the game. And just as Central gets some momentum, penalty there against the Southern team, and Central with the opportunity to reset and drive again. Minute and a half remaining in the second half. Central going wide, and Southern team looking to defend it. Big flick there, didn't quite connect, but Central have kept control of that puck now and driving forward again, heading down into their territory. Southern looking to get around in front of that puck and slow things down on the wall. And Central driving off, but Southern defending hard on that back wall. Central bring it out again, and the refs call here equal puck. And we've got a minute to go in this game. Central A head 3-0 over Southern A, so Central A another opportunity to attack that goal area, and Southern defending strongly here and taking it out to the wall and looking to drive it back down to the centre of the pole. Central A, I'll be wanting to bring it off the wall and get it back into the centre of the pole, but momentum has shifted here as it just gets held on the wall. And another infringement here. And equal puck. It might have just actually gone out of the pool zone in our blind spot there. So players lined up either side of our blind spot, and the Central team players seem to get some momentum there, but stopped by the Southern players, and it goes back onto the wall. Players lining up there. Only 16 seconds remaining in this half. And refs call that up, and that will be full time. It was advantage. Oh no, there's 11 seconds to go, so time for the Central A team to take that advantage, or Southern. And Southern players all just moving into our blind spot, and Southern clearing that out, and the game is over. So Central A coming away with the win there, 3-0 over Southern A. But very tight game, particularly on the wall there, and both teams working really hard through that game. So we'll be back soon with game number 26 in the competition. We'll have the Women's Southern B playing Women's Central B.